from the blog sewingfromscratch.com. Today I'm kicking off a tour with 4 other bloggers using the Agnes pattern from Halla. This is such a simple and versatile pattern. I truly believe anyone with basic sewing skills can make a beautiful garment. So what 4 other bloggers and myself have done is we've taken this simple pattern and adapted it to suit our own unique styles. What I'm going to show you today is how to turn it into a V-back dress. I go through a little bit more detail in the blog post, so I will link that in the description box below, as well as all the other bloggers. And if you're a more advanced sewer, I highly encourage you to take this pattern and put it in your portfolio so you can adapt to suit your needs, because it is one of those patterns that you will keep going back to again and again, because it can be a shirt or a knee-length dress or a full-length dress. And it's so simple that you can just adapt it. You can do color blocking, you can add certain details, you can change up the sleeves if you want, or the hem. There's just so many things you can do to make this pattern your own. And 5 lucky readers are going to be winning a Halla pattern of their choice. So stay tuned to how you're gonna win that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can know when I'm making new videos. The first thing you wanna do is get your pattern prepared, take your measurements, etc., just like you would for any other pattern. So I just want to mention that this video is a giveaway, and the only thing you need to do to enter is to enter the giveaway. Comment below and tell me one thing that you are hoping to learn in your sewing journey, either now or later on down the road. Head over to my blog, sewingfromscratch.com, and subscribe there as well. That will get you 2 entries into the draw for a free pattern from Halla. So thank you, Halla, for sponsoring this giveaway. I'm super excited to be giving one lucky viewer or reader a pattern from Halla. Once I had my pattern cut out, I just measured from the base of my neck down to where I wanted the V back to end, and then I transferred that measurement onto my pattern piece. Then I measured over from the neckline about 1.75 inches and made a diagonal line there, and then fold or cut that. That will now make your V. This is the first time I've used a Halla pattern, and I'm so impressed with the way that their patterns are laid out. Once you have all your pattern pieces cut, go ahead and start the basic construction. You're going to add the pockets and then sew the shoulders and side seams. So I am using a 4-way stretch fabric from the fabric Snob. They are sponsoring this video, and I highly recommend checking them out because this fabric is gorgeous, and this is a cute rib knit, and it comes from their affordable knits section. So I will definitely put the link below where I got this from on their site. And then I'm pairing it with the watermelon solid, and I will also link this in the description box below. It is slightly heathered, so it's going to give a really nice look to my binding. And the Fabric Snob was also generous enough to give a discount code to all my viewers, 10% off of most collections on their site. I absolutely love the Fabric Snob, and if you've seen my fabric stash video, you know I have all kinds of Fabric Snob fabrics in my stash, including their Luxe Solids, which are to die for. I would highly recommend these to anybody who is looking for a new solid supplier. They feel like a custom print. They are so luxurious and buttery, and the colors are just so vibrant. And purchase a Luxe Solids color chart, and that gives you every sample of Luxe Solids that they have, so you can easily match between your colors and know exactly what you're getting. And these cards are only $5. Ships right to you, and then you have it. Tried it on for fit, because I always have to do that, and I seem like I never trust the guide on the pattern, even though in this case it would have been right. I had to take it in quite a bit, as you can see here in these next few clips. And I just took it back to my machine and made those adjustments and added arm binding. this is a blog tour. So head over to my blog and all the links for the different days of the tour will be listed there. And I will also link it in the description box below here for each day. So today is Monday is my day. I'm the first one, and then Tuesday there's a new post, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Each day there's a new post, and each blogger is also giving away a free pattern. So there are 5 chances to win a Halla pattern, which is pretty ridiculous. And I also want to mention, if you don't win this, head over to their Facebook group and join, because they have a whole bunch of free patterns to choose from there if you are a member of their group, which, I mean, come on guys, why wouldn't you be? If you are a member of any pattern group on Facebook, you know how amazing the community is and how inspirational all the pictures are and everything, and there's just so much help there within all the sewing communities. I highly recommend joining the Halla pattern group and other sewing groups in your area as well. So now it's time to make my neckband. We're altering it to make the V, so I can't just use the same neckline that is in the pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the center of the front. So now I know where the center is, and the reason I'm doing that is because now I only have to measure half of the neckline instead of the whole way around. It just makes things a little bit quicker and simpler. Now, you're probably wondering, what about this corner? And while this corner could be done, I could make kind of an angle cut to do a corner. I'm just going to end up curving it along and not worry about the corner for this piece. So I'm just going to measure from my center line all the way around, being careful not to stretch anything. So I'm at 14 plus 11 and a half. So I'm just going to take 14 plus 11 and a half, and that gives me my total of 1/2, so I need to multiply that by 2, and then I'm going to take 80% of that. That's kind of the general rule for neckbands and armbands. But then you also need to add your seam allowance to that, so I'm going to add 1.5 inches. So I'm at 42.3 inches, so I'll probably just cut it at 42 1/4. And cutting this in one continuous cut is the most beneficial if you have enough fabric to do so, because then you're not going to have your seam front of your dress. If you do have to make 2 or 3 separate cuts to have enough fabric, then you would be able to do that back corner piece, and since you're piecing it together anyway, I would say put the seam there and make it go around that corner nicely. So now I'm just going to find the center of this neckband and then clip it to the dress. So now I'm going to go and sew it all the way around just like I did for the armbands. I'm going to take those spots that were not straight, so like this corner here and the back V, and I'm going to now adjust them so that they actually look like a V. I'm just going to take wherever that corner was, fold it in half, and then you're going to sew a small line like that. And I recommend doing this on your sewing machine because this, if you do it on your serger, you will have a tail here that will be very difficult to hide. And I'm just going to do this on the other back shoulder as well. And on the V back, you actually want it to be the other way. So I have in here marked the purple the way that we did the corners, but because I want this now to be a V instead of a corner, I'm going to go from the top down to the seam and make that kind of triangle seam. And just make sure that you are in fact sewing this on the same side as the serged seam or your unfinished edge if you're using a sewing machine, because if you do it on this side it will show, and you know, we don't want that. I'm now tacking down the binding on the all around, just folding it over from the back side to the front side and top stitching all the way around. And now all that's left to do is hem and take a twirl. Thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I am super happy and thankful for watching this video. Make sure you go and check out those other bloggers and my blog as well, because there are more chances to win, and follow us on Instagram.